Okay, let's jump in there, shall we?
And Arcadum's killed multiple players with water.
Hello!
Yes.
Oh, hi.
I have, in fact, killed many people with water.
That's right.
We're
talking about
demon waste.
We're talking about lifeguard duty and how some of us have killed people with water way more often than saved them, or almost killed at least.
Water has a higher kill count than any creature I have ever made ever.
Good thing we're in the desert where there is no water.
How is water a creature?
And more than any other creature.
More than any other creature that I've ever made, Essy. That was not a possessive creature reference. That was a reference to
other creature. Any other creature besides water.
I don't need your fucking backsass, Essy Johnson. Have it your way.
I'm sorry, Farryn is just nasty. I can't help it.
Okay, anyway. Who would like to give me the recap?
I will do it.
Merciless, thank goodness. No,
yes.
Go ahead.
No, please, no, not again.
Yay, Merciless is doing it. Good.
Go ahead.
Here, I'll send you it.
Go
All right.
ahead.
Weeks passed as we traveled the Demon Wastes. My hopes for the success of this mission increased daily, as our party demonstrates itself to be actually well suited to such a quest. Along with Gideon providing magical nourishment and food, so that we don't have to hunt or use our few rations. On top of that, we have 3 survivalists demonstrating a solid penchant for finding our way through the waste to our destination in an efficient manner. We have strong combatants in the case that we should have to fight, and no doubt we'll probably soon have to, as we scout out ahead and Flo notices the very powerful beings in our wake. Speaking of Flo Ridaman, a Lightborn who at first encounter appeared to be a very troublesome amateur, has actually turned out to become an indispensable ally, both as a skilled navigator and through his very skilled stealth tactics. Though we did our best to avoid the army dominating the landscape ahead, we were met with swarms of imps, blasting each other with fell magics overhead, and occasional sightings of fiends enacting horrible rituals, among other things. We did our best to avoid unnecessary expenditure of resources. And then we came across a fleshy and ominous tree with 3 distinct skulls hanging from its bark. Flo's keen eyes caught a glimpse of shining gold and silver, and the group decided, much to the captain's displeasure, to investigate more closely. Getting closer, we saw, along with a pile of riches, a Mytharian robe. With Flo and myself being completely and devoutly bent on recovering the artifact of her light, we stepped up to meet the tree's challenge, followed by the party. As we were met by the tree with 3 riddles, Gideon, who was originally hesitant about his skills in this department, guessed the first one rather quickly. The second riddle was a classic that I've heard from my own father a few times, and was pleased to hear that it was one that most of the party had also heard at some point. The third was far more puzzling. It went, atop a tender strand, folds of light and water, dancing in colored bands. Above the earth I dance, till killed by maiden's hand. What am I? As the party puzzled about this for a few minutes, I crouched in the ashy ground of the waste with a stick. Tried to scratch out a simple illustration for each of the line of the riddle, and after some frustrating time, it hit me. The answer was a flower. Recovering the wealth and artifacts from the tree, we pressed on, some of us with violet wisteria flowers in our hair. And days later, we, finally, cresting a ridge, could see the bony growths and stones surrounding a swirling pool of energy, the portal from whence demonkind enters our plane, our continent, our home. Our destination lies ahead, this time on Dark Sermon, Hail Mary.
That's an inspiration for you.
Thank you.
This is terrible timing, but I have to go to the bathroom. Like, it hit me all at once. So if you guys just want to yap for a bit, I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I have to take several... I have to go to the bathroom.
I have a yap. I have one.
Okay.
As we're traveling, I'm going to approach Flo. Mr. Ridaman.
Yes?
I'll kind of, kick the dirt, twist my shoe, in it a little bit.
Oh God.
Feel like I need to apologize to you.
What for?
In my time training, I had heard of Lightborn, and I've encountered some before, and pardon my saying so, but they usually struck me as amateurs that did not have full and proper training. And I apologize for thinking that of you. You've been a boon in this quest, and I am glad to have you here, and seeing how you reacted to the sight of that robe and the other artifacts, and trying to recover Our Lady's light, wherever it is, I appreciate you being here, and I had to say so. I'm sorry for my earlier reactions.
He'll hook off. Why, I thank you for the apologies that I do humbly show accepted. I have been around for much time. I'm a bit old in the tooth, if I think that's how they call it. But
long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth. Thank you, Gideon. I can share your experience. Some of the Lightborn I've run into have not always been tip-top shape, and accept Mytherians, but not always hold to her tenets. I'm pretty zealous in that favor in my life.
You are. Your fervor is obvious, and I have to ask. Many Lightborn tend to be such because they don't feel full commitment to the cause. You seem to, and so I have to ask why you wouldn't have applied to become an eye or perhaps a shield.
For the same reason I wear my mask, for the shame of the church. I worked with them privately, and then I went on my own quest as a bounty hunter for long amounts of time, seeking out my own justice that people were on the run, and the church couldn't really handle them. So I myself took it upon myself to seek justice out for the continent in the name of Mytheria.
For someone's safety. That's kind of noble, actually.
I appreciate it. But to be honest, the reason I didn't actually join the church is a shame for my family. And what happened
did they do?
back home.
Family should never be a source of shame.
Mine was.
Unfortunately, sometimes they are.
Mine
she'll
was.
look down.
And he'll sit down. This cape flows behind him. Long ago, in the Twisting Pines where I grew up, it's not that far from the Pale City, so we had plenty of Mytherian influence in my town. My ma and my pa were both Mytherians, so I grew up as such. And my pa was a ranger, and my ma did a lot of magics. She did a lot of mostly healing, and that was her specialty. But she was a magic using person. And my father was a very well trained ranger, helped the Mytherians navigate through the parts in the Twisting Pines. That's how we got by. That's how we made do. And so that's how I just kind of got born doing the same old shit Pa was doing. You know, grew up around Mytherian troops, grew up around the religious, all the fervor that they had, and I kind of picked it up as I went along. And as a young boy trying to be like his Pa, you know, that's what you do when you young man hanging around with soldiers. You kind of pick up a few things.
Apples fall not far from a tree, I suppose. I'm much the same. My mother is a cleric. She was of the shield. She's retired now. She's a little older. So I understand that. You get a feeling, a need almost to pick up where they left off, follow in their footsteps, I suppose.
Yeah, children do, as children do. And, well, I did that for a long time, and then one day, the Mytharians came to town, but it wasn't what normally it was. There was little people dressed differently than I would have seen. For what I now know is the Inquisition was in town. And I walked up to him, asked him, I said, and I became a guide at the time, well known because I was a ranger, but I didn't use a bow like other people had. My pa found me I was too much moved to, how he call it in nice words. He said I was too blunt, too bashful, to really use a bow, too forceful. And so this is why I'm use these. And he'll hold up his hammers. And then he'll pull out the one that is infused with magic, with lightning and thunder.
So you're one to focus down on things that you're naturally gifted with and just go all in on that rather than train a wide variety.
True, I knew what I was good at and I used it. And this hammer was the first one that my mom and pa helped craft because it has stuff about me and my mama in it. That's why it's got magic imbued. But back to that later, why that sometimes brings me great shame, and he'll put it back. And and when I talked to the Inquisition, I said, well, hey, fellas, how may I help you around these parts? And they told me that they were looking for somebody, that they were here for heretics, that someone was casting bad magic. And I don't have an affinity to that, so I didn't even know it was going on. I was just helping poor souls come through the twisting pines because they can get lost easier. Hunting, having fun, throwing shit against trees with and bouncing it back into my hand. I gotta tell you, I love doing that shit.
A chill will run down Ginny's spine.
I'm back, by the way.
Your mother wasn't a cleric of Mytheria, I imagine?
We'll get to it. And so
I see.
So we get back around my village, and the eyes are following them because they're tracking. And lo and behold, and I couldn't imagine that an apostate and a heretic would be in my own village, let alone the Twisting Pines. And I start to get nervous, because I only know there's only a handful of people in my village that can cast magic, and Mama's one of them.
I see.
We get to my house. Of course, I was asking the whole time what the reports were, where we were going, and I wasn't a Mytharian or an Inquisition, so they weren't telling me shit. And we get there, and they asked who the owners of the house were, and I was like, me. I live here. Me and my mama live here. I was like, which one of my people are doing heresy? That can't stand. I was confused. I was rattled with different thoughts. This was my family home, and I was raised in a certain way. That's not what we do. We not heretics. We ain't apostates. We don't mess with magic. We praise Mytheria every day. We prayed over food every day over Mytheria. And they told me not to abuse magic. This was an everyday thing from my mama. And my daddy beat my ass if I didn't listen. So I didn't want no smoke. So I followed those tenets religiously. And now come to find out that either my mama or my papa are spitting in the face of the rules they raised me as. Pissed me off. But that's also my pa and my mama. And so we get there, and I get told to stay back at arm's guard, But I was a young man at the time, and I wasn't very experienced, so even if I wanted to fight, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have probably been just killed on the spot or handcuffed. And so I, of course, was screaming, want to know what was going on. And apparently when they opened the door, I could see through the people as my mama looked like she had gone insane. Her eyes were bloodshot. the magic was a different color than what she was casting. She was speaking other languages, none of them I've heard before. And my pa was in there helping her. And of course, the Inquisition screams heretic, and a fight ensues. Magic starts flying. The house catches fire. There's blood everywhere. Inquisition is killed because my father was a well-trained ranger. My mama didn't play with her magic. And so they took a couple people with them. And when they end up getting them up on pyres to burn them, I couldn't even recognize them. They changed as people. I'd only been gone out in the trail to try to make some money for a week or so, and it's like they had completely changed. I don't know if they were possessed or they took something, but then Mama and Papa weren't right. They just weren't right.
Demonic influence, you suppose?
I have no idea, honestly. Maybe. I couldn't get a good look of them by the time they were beaten badly enough. Anyways, I couldn't tell what was their bodies as what was.
I'm sorry for your loss, Flo.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Well, the story ain't finished. Let me get to it. Okay, I apologize.
I don't think I can listen to the rest of it right now.
And
but I appreciate your openness in this. I'll listen to the rest of it at another time, if you don't mind.
That's okay, I understand. But that's why I wear my mask and chain.
I understand.
For my family. And that's why I didn't join the church. Because of my family. Now, I did work with them for a long time, but I myself never joined the church for a shame of what my family was. And I hid my face to cover the shame of what my family did. I think it happened so long ago. The people who were there are dead, or who were involved were dead and probably wouldn't recognize my family name. Anyway.
Your devotion to the light, the amount of effort you put into it, it makes sense. It's heavily hinged on who you are at your core as a person. I'm sorry that it's come at such a cost, but I appreciate it nonetheless, and Mytheria bless you, despite your loss.
You too, warrior.
I will wipe a tear. We should keep going.
Okay, so that touching backstory aside,
yeah,
you guys want to see some loot?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
That's 180, those tears. Get back in there, Tear.
Get back in there, Tear.
We'll roll her eyes at Genevieve's sentimentality.
If you don't care, then nothing's worth anything.
Man, thank God you stopped the story there. The next part was going to be wild.
Anyway,
yeah. You guys want to... Oh, what's that? What's that sound? Oh!
Yeah!
As a reminder, the only thing we did not identify was the shoes of sleeping, but I think Farryn...
I was like, what are you guys hearing? And then I had to turn on the shop thing.
Okay, here you go. First up, we have the Ring of Swarm Flies. Does the following. Whenever the wearer of this ring would cast a spell that deals necrotic or poison damage, that spell does additional damage equal to the proficiency modifier of the wearer. Hard-casted spells that deal poison or necrotic damage cause 1 less exposure to occur. Its constant exposure is 2.
Can you put that in our... Oh, or is it in our notes?
It's in notes. It's in notes.
Ah, yes!
Alright, next up is the Periapt of Veils. Once per long rest, the wearer may softcast each of the following spells. Disguise Self, Invisibility, and Major Image. Constant exposure of 3.
Nice.
I like that.
Next up is Lava Grip Gloves. Weapons wielded by the wearer add an additional 1d6 fire damage to them. In addition, you treat the heft of weapons as being too lower when determining whether or not a weapon can be wielded with 2 hands. Constant exposure of 1.
Rock on.
To be clear, that's the heft if you try to wield it with 2 hands. It does not actually lower the heft of the weapon to make
I
it
was gonna
easier.
say, that's crazy. Galdren dual wield great axes now.
No. He can get himself a bigger axe.
Greater axe.
A greater
F10.
Greater.
And here we go. Holy fuck. Alright, this is gonna need a lot of explanation. This is Taya, Fortune's foe. Okay, give me a second while I go over this. First, I'm going to read it out, and then I'm going to explain shit. So, Taya, Fortune's foe, is an artifact longsword. It is a +2 enhancement bonus longsword for base stats. Whenever you would roll an attack, you may store the number rolled. Can you mute yourself, Merciless? Your dog's making a lot of noise. Whenever you would roll an attack, you may store the number rolled. You can store up to 5 rolls this way. Depending on the combination of numbers, you may at the start of your turn activate as a triggered action on one of the following effects, expending the stored numbers. At the end of any turn in which you do not store a number, you must discard a stored number. And they are, if you form a straight, you can heal 50% of your missing hit points. If you form a flush, which in this case is all evens or all odds, you gain the hasted effect for 3 rounds. If you form a pair, you may make an extra attack whenever you take the attack action. If you make a 2-pair, you make 2 extra attacks whenever you make the attack action. If you form a 3 of a kind, all enemies within 30 feet take force damage equal to your weapon damage plus your character level. If you make a full house, all enemies and allies within 30 feet take force damage or are healed an amount equal to your weapon damage plus your character level, respective to their alliance. So, enemies are hurt, allies are healed. 4 of a kind. All attacks made with this weapon for 1 round are critical hits if they hit. 5 of a kind. Activate all other effects of this weapon. This weapon cannot be wielded with any other weapon except Diego, all in. Constant exposure 5, 3 if wielded with Diego, all in. So, this is how this fucking weapon works. Essentially, you make an attack. So one of you guys make an attack. Just an attack with a weapon. Okay. What did you roll in that attack?
The die roll or
the die roll?
15.
A 15. So that means you would store a 15 in this item. So now you have a 15. Roll another attack roll. Okay. What do you have stored in
this one? 10.
So now you have a 10. Okay. Roll another one. What'd you roll now?
16.
16. So you got a 15, a 16, and a 10. Okay, so let's say you don't attack for a round. Choose one of those to discard. Let's say...
The 10.
The 10. So you have a 15 and 16. So if the next 3 attacks you rolled and stored were a, let's say for the sake of argument, a 14, 13, and 12, that's a straight. Which means at the start of your turn, you can expend those stored rolls and get the effects of the straight. You guys follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It works like poker. It's a poker weapon, basically. Mm-hmm. So you have a straight. Flushes are odds or evens, not suits in this case. Pairs are obvious. 2 pairs are obvious. 3 are kinds of obvious. Full house, for those of you that don't know, is 1 pair and a 3 of a kind. A 4 of a kind, obvious. 5 of a kind, obvious. There you go.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Now all we gotta find is this Diego all in.
Diego all in.
Wherever that's floating around.
Yeah.
Where's the other hanging tree?
I will tell you that if somebody wields both Taya and Diego, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's gonna be so sick. And then finally, we have the Robe of Fading Light. If you put this item on and attune to it, you may relive the events of Traitor's Hill.
Oh, please.
What?
If you activate this robe by attuning to it, you will relive the events of Traitor's Hill.
How does that mean? Does that mean that you go back and observe, or go back and are there? Or?
I can provide no more context than that.
Can you tell us what Traitor's Hill is, or is that something
that I can provide no more context than that.
So.
Now, you can attempt. skill checks and spellcrafting, yes, but I can tell you nothing more than what you already have without taking those extra steps.
Huh.
Okay, there you go.
Farryn, would you have a look at those boots and see if you could figure them out? Because you didn't last time?
I suppose.
That is insufficient.
Oh,
For the
those
boots?
are some strong boots.
What?
Boots of sleeping.
Damn.
They
Shoes
appear to
of
be
sleeping,
a pair of
potentially?
boots, Genevieve.
I see.
Well, they're obviously magical.
Obviously.
Aye.
Anybody want to take a risk in putting them on?
No, really.
Not at the moment, no.
Put them on if you want me to, but if I have to be honest, I'm more interested in the robe.
By far, that sounds like the more dangerous artifact.
It has a vibe about it.
There is something strange about it, yes.
It is.
But
you do gain information about what happened in the past. I would be all for doing that myself.
I have a reason why I ask is if it says relive the events or there's something about the past. I am really good at investigating things. If we have to go back and see things, I would probably be the best at gathering what happened and putting
There's-
the pieces back together.
No specification about sight alone. If it removes us from this time and transports us there, what then?
While us is also a strong assumption.
That is also
It could just
really
be
strong
the
adjustment.
person who attunes to it.
Aye.
Real quick, I want to show off Mythos art again, because look at how fucking sick this is.
pretty sick.
Good fucking shit, Waymaker. Alright, please continue. Sorry.
I would do it.
I too am interested in learning of what this is, but I don't know. It feels if something does happen and it takes one of us away somewhere, that will leave the others in dire straits.
Arcadum, can you explain what this looks like? The robe?
The robes. Okay, so the robes of fading light just look like a set of white robes, faded and scorched on the edges, the hem of which has slowly come apart. If it wasn't for the fact that it was irradiating a holy presence, it would look like a discarded set of ragged robes.
He'll just, Ridaman will hold the robes and to scan them. It's unbelievable to me that I think this was a material artifact. I expected something more, but I guess that's just my
It's
That's
bias.
the thing, though.
It is literally
It's not
glowing with
quite-
her light.
It's not exactly hers. That's what I noticed previously. These inscriptions, they're very similar to Matheria's markings, but they're different. This is... can't even think of what they might be, but these are really hers.
We should find a safe place if we're going to investigate this at all, whether it be Flo or myself or Mythos. We should be prepared in the case that it does do something particularly strange and dangerous.
Well, on that note, I would suggest we wait until after we have reclaimed Matheria's soul, just in case somebody does end up disappearing or whatnot.
But I think if we attune to it, it could help us in the fight.
Well, it's reliving a moment of the past. I don't think it would give us...
Much can be learned from the past.
I'm aware of this flow, but learning what happened in the past won't prepare us for getting her soul.
History repeats, they say.
Hold on. Really? Gideon thinks that?
Yeah, right?
Well, it could just be me, but
No, I just.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you would say that. That's. Well,
if only knowledge.
Well, we don't know what Trader's Hill is, like, if it has anything to do with it.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong to be skeptical or cautious, but that is kind of an overarching statement that you have had personal experience to the contrary of. You were an amnesia.
Yeah. But
I just found it. I was just like, my goodness. Please continue.
Right.
Just for the fact that we don't know what Trader's Hill is or what reliving it means.
I was just taken off guard by that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But no, like he wants to like attune to this and like go back and experience it for himself. Yes, but
look, I would be the first normally to deny knowledge from an outside source without study, but most of the time it has come from terrifying tentacle gods, whereas this is an artifact of the light. We were meant to find this, Gideon.
I know.
Just as we were meant to be here, this group. We're going to save Mytheria. We were meant to find this. Now, at this point in our time, you have to believe this. Take it on faith.
Meant to reclaim it is one thing. Meant to actually use it is an entirely different thing.
Well, if we weren't meant to use it, it wouldn't have been granted to us.
As I just said, reclamation is different from using.
Perspective. But
so are we going to delay
if we did agree to use this now, who's going to do it?
I volunteer.
I do the same.
If we lost Flo, we'd be stuck in the demon wastes with no real survival skills or stealth.
And if we lost you, the party would be lacking one of their core healers.
You also have been specifically trained against fighting demons, haven't you, Genevieve?
Yes.
Rather a large loss.
That's fair.
I asked that I do this to reclaim.
Just real quick, do you mean that, Farryn?
Yes, but in the sarcastic sense of...
I was just like...
She doesn't want to use...
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a major character development moment.
Oh, no.
No, still racist. Okay, got it.
She's got this ugly hammer.
Okay,
I do not trust the halfling to go in and see the past on her own. Absolutely not.
Okay,
but I have to phrase it.
I get it. I just wanted to make sure that
Oh no! If there's actually a change, I will let you know.
Okay. Please continue. Please don't mind me, the man behind the curtain.
The fuck? God was talking.
If it's information we seek, and if you truly believe it can help us with our goal, I'm quite learned in the ways of the scholarly, historical events of this place for as much as I can find, scattered throughout the tomes and the great libraries. If there is some risk of one of us not returning, I think I might be one of the better ones to try and solve this. Like you said, we can't lose Flo if something does happen. We'd be stuck here without a navigator. And Miss Genevieve, you are the core healer of this group, keeping everybody alive. I have my uses, but I'm not quite as specialized as either of you are. But if there's one thing I do know, is that knowledge is power. If this could help us, I'd be willing to do it. We just need to find a safe place for me to take my time with this artifact.
I'm convinced, I suppose.
That would probably be within Mytheria's grace when we rest at night.
Aye, that'd be the best time to do it.
I asked to do it. Like Mythos, I have seen lots of things. I've traveled a long time, I've investigated lots of things to do with our great church. I may not be able to study the magics like Mythos can, but basically anything else I've investigated to fine-tuning.
I think that might be the crutch of the issue, though.
Mythos is more likely to be learned.
If there is magics involved. I'm trained in magical acuity, even if I don't practice it myself.
He'll know what he's seeing.
The other thing you must consider...
Out of character, I also have expertise in religion, proficiency in history, and proficiency in arcana.
And jack of all trades.
You know what? I'm Batman, motherfucker. Let me get to
You don't know what that is.
Your Honor, that man is not Batman. Continue.
You also must consider, Mr. Flo, that your stealth is undoubtedly part of the reason we have been so successful traveling through the wastes in the first place. Losing you would put us at a disadvantage. Begrudgingly, your skills in that area are better than mine.
Wanted to make right for my family, but I understand. I wanted to do something for the church, for the light of Mytheria.
Then say you have done enough. Goodness. Say you have done enough by reclaiming the artifact in the first place, by finding it, and having the fortitude to withstand the challenges.
You have also gotten us this far into the wastes, and if we succeeded this mission, it would have been greatly due to your aid. And if we can bring peace back to this continent, it's your skills that would have allowed that to happen.
And while I also understand the trouble that family can be, it's not up to us. Mythos is the most aptly skilled to use this item, at least at this time.
Well, as a servant of a god of knowledge, I can't pass up the chance at this myself.
You didn't even want to do it at all.
No, I wanted to do it, I just wanted to wait until after we reclaimed Mytheria's soul, since we do have a mission. But if we're going to do it now, then I would like to throw my hat into the ring, as they say.
I'm going to ask a random question about magic. Roll off, you and Mythos. Gobbity goobly gooby. Some magical question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what? What is happening?
I'm
He's giving us a pop quiz.
I'm pop quizzing them on magic.
Oh.
Farryn is face palming.
I see.
That's what I thought.
Gideon did not study for this exam.
Mythos has studied for every exam and has gotten top marks in all of his classes.
Flo also has studied for the exam and answers also.
Flo just happens to know the answer. Well done.
So, Genevieve, as I know you're a fair lady, obviously you would consider giving it to Flo as well.
That's right. I would, in fact, until I would follow up with a religion question.
Oh, I see. Take your shot, Gideon.
Thanks, Flo, if you want.
Catch her slipping.
So there's no another +1.
Come on, Flo. Roll.
Just do a nat 20 again.
No, I can't do it again. Ask me a survival question. Damn it, ask me a survival question.
This isn't going to be about that.
Ask me something about nature.
Ask me about the villains in my rogues gallery.
History question, then. Here's one.
God. Well, you got this one, Gideon. There's no way you fail this one. This is history. Like, you serve the god of history.
Yeah. I need Gideon.
But I have a +0.
Nah.
Okay.
But you also have notes advantage.
All right. I believe. Oh, yeah, you got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're way off. Completely off the mark. Okay, look. Based on these results, I think Mythos has won me over for the best candidate. Just saying.
Honestly,
I fly up with a robe and take off. No.
Silence,
Shoot him
Groundwalker!
Flo Ridaman with the robe in his hand just puts it on. Ah, shall I do it? Ah!
Right in the middle of the fucking demon waste. Looks at camera. Wow.
Man.
But I also read more languages than he does. That might be in handy as well.
I also have an enormous penis.
Oh.
We haven't rolled that yet.
That's true.
All right, pants down, all three of you.
Let's down.
There's only one way to know.
This dirty halfling, dude.
Wow.
Precisely. That's exactly how.
Everyone, drop your pants. Let me see him.
If all these boys, if all these boys are gonna argue about cock size, they better be able to, you know.
And then
I said nothing.
And then a shadow eclipses the sky as Galdren drops his pants.
It's another axe, I swear.
It's another axe.
He drops the anvil.
Yeah, he just drops an axe. Oh, oops, sorry.
Oops.
Well,
in any case, if we're doing it soon, we should probably get the grace field up and
we can always
do that.
Up the fate and flip for it, Mythos.
No, please.
I suppose casting
Gideon.
lots is a fine way to prove one's faith.
Absolutely not. Gideon, are you not also trained in fighting demons? Specifically, demons.
I mean, not specifically demons, but I am fairly apt at it.
Precisely.
Hold on, I'm going to this character sheet.
Although I can fuck up a demon.
Nah,
I'm a paladin.
I'm sorry, what's
You can
that?
dispel them.
What's that?
Banish.
That literally says demon.
Get out of my sheet! Get out of my sheet! Yeah, just stares at this.
Please continue. I'm sorry.
Get out of here!
Get out of my pockets!
Rutheris, why would you out me like this?
No.
My B, Gideon. They're all too poor anyway.
Classic dragon response.
Essy has a flashback.
Flashback.
All right, continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting. I'm doing it for jokes, but I'm sorry.
You're good. You're funny.
I'm sorry.
No. In all honesty, Mythos is the best choice. If you all feel it absolutely necessary to take this additional risk, which I do not think is entirely called for.
Well,
You didn't think so
We
either
can
about
both-
the tree.
try attuning to it at the same time, Mythos.
There's also the consideration that it would just drag all of us along willy-nilly whether we wished it to or not. It might not take only Mythos. You may yet get your chance, Gideon.
And you don't even know if he's going anywhere. He could just get a mind flashback to the past.
That would be preferable. We don't know any of the above. Mythos is the best choice. I myself would go. I have some affinity with traitors, but I'm far too essential. Much like...
Raise his eyebrow.
Unless,
same.
Mr. Galdren, are you interested?
Just sighs eye.
Why?
No, I'm not going to touch that. I'm afraid not.
Very well, then.
He's like, nah, that's not dwarf sized.
That's pretty cringe.
I do second on the fact of Mythos be the one to use it, though.
Yes. Agreed.
Shall we perhaps move on, then, and find a decent place to
Yes.
sequester ourselves?
I believe we should find shelter and, like someone mentioned, put up the Guild of
Grace.
Grace.
Yes,
It
yes,
would
of
give
course.
us the most protection when trying to deal with this.
Alright, well, Galdren, you can have the gloves, because I think they are most suited for you.
I'll put on the shoes, Doug. I'll figure it out.
Aye, I'll take them. Thank you.
Oh boy, the
What
guy
are
that doesn't have to
those?
sleep, wearing the sleep shoes.
Alright, you get the white Vans.
Get to the
will-
white vans.
I will take the ring, as I'm the only one
Hey,
who
yo,
probably
I
has
got the
an
white Air
aquatic
Forces, dog. Actually, no, they gotta be Black Air Forces and
Ginny,
Batman.
you can have the ring.
Does Ginny want to gamba? She wants to play poker?
Thy Jordans shall be creased.
Is that...
Do I want to gamble with the sword?
You want to play poker? You want to gamba?
You want the poker sword?
Poker? Hardly knew her. Ha ha!
I mean, again, if you don't want it, I will take it. Although
go ahead.
No, actually, I can't.
I was gonna say you want to only cast one spell the entire fight, like Zul did.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, it is what it is.
I suppose. Well, see, that's the thing, right? I'm
but
very
Ginny won't be able to
spell-heavy.
cast spells.
I mean, she'll have a 5 buffer rather than a 2 buffer.
That's true, and I have Apotheosis, so things are doable. Yeah, I'll hang on to the sword for now. I don't know if I'll use it. I don't know if I'll attune to it just yet.
Arcadum, what do the shoes of sleeping look like?
They
White
look
vans?
like no. They look like woolen shoes with the curled tips.
Okay.
To help out the elf, I'll just go ahead and hand her the
Pounds do
the
they weigh?
amulet.
Like 2 pounds.
Okay.
Oh my god, there's so much
Man.
noise over there.
What the fuck was that?
It's just like
the dog?
destroying a chair in the background.
Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?
That's
She's throwing a
Mytheria.
fit. Hold on 1 second.
Also, I have a quick question, Arcadum, just because
Okay,
this is
ask
relevant
it very
to whether
quickly.
or not I've been spamming this. So, last session, I went back to the wiki to look up the skill stuff, and the hymn thing for the religion focus had changed to give 1 hollowed exposure to everyone affected. Would me having that hollowed exposure from my Hymn of the Pale Heart stop me from being able to use my monk features?
No.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Because I was like, it's technically hollowed exposure, and I was like,
Alright, and I'll begrudgingly hand over the robe to Mythos.
Alright.
Yes. I'll kiss him.
Robing up.
Yes.
Right on his.
Hey, these gloves fit nicely.
And then for anyone that does want the hymn, just give yourself 1 hollowed exposure, and then... Because my thing has been that Mythos has been using it during our rests and stuff, but then I realized it gave exposure, and I wanted to confirm that. So only people who ask for it will receive it. Bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Now we look for shelter.
Okay.
Hey, look, there's shelter right over there.
Okay. So the party's going to continue. Rest for shelter, and then what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to the portal, or are you guys doing the robe thing?
I will attune to it unless people are
above
vehemently
table. Above table.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because I have to prepare a whole new set of maps for that.
Oh.
They're there, but I have to go get them. It might take me 5 minutes, is all I'm saying.
Oh, 5 minutes is
5
not
minutes.
that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wait that long, I guess.
Okay.
Hey.
No
If
kissing.
you really want to do the robe.
Okay.
So yes?
Yes.
And while Mythos is attuning to it, I will also try to attune with him.
Gideon's put in Hills
gonna get,
meditate,
like,
and
you
Gideon
got
will
this.
rub his shoulders sensually,
Yeah.
and also
Yes.
meditate.
They'll both
Yes.
wear it together as their get along shirt.
Yeah, just both wearing the same hoodie. Yeah.
He's just pinched in the corner of it. I want to move this.
I want to know.
Inside the dress.
Can you show me? I want it. Strangers like me. That's Mythos is definitely a Phil Collins singer. Hello, can you show me? Mytheria, please won't you love me?
Galdren just swinging his axe around.
Stab.
Fireworks.
Got her. She's dead. I'm captain now.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. It is me. It was me, Barry. I was the captain.
I suppose I will attune to my necklace now.
Nobody's going to use the poker sword?
Hurry up.
Sad.
There's it, Ginny.
Ginny has it. She doesn't know if she's going to use it.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if she was really cool.
Poker time.
Stop. Hammer time.
Look, if I ever get my strength back and you give me those gloves, I could use it.
If I ever got my strength back,
it'll happen one day.
I mean, I could try a lesser restoration on that.
Galdren,
I don't know if it'll work.
He lost it.
It was me. I was the one.
I will go ahead and since we're setting up camp,
do that a different time.
All right.
Make the food and waters.
Thank you,
As
Gideon.
per usual.
Arcadum, does my exposure go up from putting on the shoes?
Yeah, your constant exposure is added to it.
Oh.
Well, we don't know what the constant exposure is of the shoes.
Oh,
we put on the shoes we haven't identified.
The shoes.
Right. Unidentified items can't be, like, benefited from.
Oh.
Unless they're cursed.
Well, I'm wearing them. So
does Flo fall asleep after putting on the sleeping shoes? Something that should be impossible for him as an elf.
Looks at camera. That would have been funny, but no.
Fuck, I was just gonna say, fuck it, we ball. We don't know what it does, but I'll put on these damn shoes, bro. I'll put on the Air Force Ones.
What are those?
What are those, Coma?
So I need someone to keep checking this while we sleep, please. I would like to use these shoes.
I'm afraid that's not how magic works.
I'm afraid that maybe you should go and die.
I'm talking a buff board. Please, somebody identify these shoes.
That's honestly not how magic works. Like, you only have one chance every... I can't remember if it's a long rest or not.
Rest.
It's a story locking.
A rest.
Yeah. You'd have to try tomorrow.
Okay.
And then the next day. And then the next day. Until you got it.
The next day. And the next
day.
And the next day.
Can I use my mastery investigation to see where these shoes came from? Tell me the story of the shoes.
Got him.
You get nothing. Good day.
These shoes came from the legendary jumping barbarian Jordan.
He will stare at the shoes and learn nothing.
You will get nothing from me. Nothing at all.
Fair enough, I guess.
One moment. Almost done.
So if these shoes can apply sleep, that'd be pretty cool too.
Alright.
AoE sleep acquired.
Sleep. Shoes of sleeping. Slews.
Okay, so to be clear, you guys move on to a point in which you take cover and shelter and all that good stuff. You rest, and Mythos attunes to the robes of fading light, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Oh boy. Here I go killing again.
It's fine. I'm the expendable one.
Cinematic flashback activate.
Man, maybe if I was less shit.
Hey, look, to be fair, last time a character of mine got flashbacks, he went down to 5 wisdom.
Damn.
This is true. This is true.
Holy shit.
Are you still at that 5 wisdom, or have you been restored, bro?
No, that was cured.
We fixed that one.
We fixed that.
That one we fixed.
Still not wise, but
The rest, however, oh my. Hold on, I'm trying to do some advanced shit.
Cool.
Sorka.
I want to say thank you to the Glory stream for everybody tuning in. We appreciate your support.
There's people watching this?
Don't forget, with
there's-
Amazon,
I should put on
Prime
pants.
Pub every
There's
month.
people watching this garbage? That's crazy.
Giddy, put back on your armor now.
Oh yes. Oh, better put my. Yep.
It's all ogre now.
Also, the robe is Under Armour, right? Or is it?
Robe is the robe slot. It has its own slot.
Okay.
Over armor.
Man,
Over
I would
armor.
think I would be cool wearing the robe and the black cape, so both of them could blow in the wind.
I would have thought that I would be cool. Apparently,
I only
Just
have.
hand on Flo's back.
it was me, Barry. I was the one.
You got your Jordans. Back off.
That's true.
Damn.
You
Can't
did-
use my J's, Dr. Crease!
I didn't get any loots. I don't want to hear it. Get out of here.
But you have wings, brother.
Oh, you
I mean,
want
Gideon could use the Gamba sword and just never cast.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. I'm giving myself
Never
a secret.
cast.
Gamba.
At least I'm not relegated to the heal butt paladin.
That's true. You get to swing your sword.
I do.
Yeah, just use the sword, Gideon, get a 4 of a kind, and get guaranteed crits to banish the demons.
Okay, you guys ready? This is gonna be crazy.
Yep.
All right.
All
My
right.
typing fingers.
Okay, gotta crack my bones a little bit. All right. As Mythos places upon the robes, he feels a kind of a fleeting sense of familiarity. You will feel a peace, but also a wrongness, a sleep, though restful, contorted, and plagued by terrible dreams. One last effect I want to try and put on the here. Okay. The entire party, as Mythos falls into a slumber, will see a flash of light envelop the grace field that you have encompassed in the demon wastes. The light completely envelops you. And as it clears, all of you stand awakened in a place quite different than you were before. Waiting for ambience. Let me know when you're loaded.
Holy
I'm
shit.
loaded.
Loaded.
I'm loaded.
What's happening? What?
Well, it looks like we all got pulled
Hold
into
on.
the.
Hold on, not yet. I'm making sure all players are in.
Yep. Sorry.
All
I'm
play-
loaded.
All players are in?
Good.
Yep.
You guys hear the music?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, as the light fades, all of you stand awakened, fully equipped, and rested. You also find that all of your exposure has been reset to their base minimums. You feel alive. You're very acutely aware of it, as if adrenaline has been pumping through your system. Ahead of you, up the path, you can see a faded green foliage of a savanna around you. Sparse shrubs and desiccated forests lie on the east and west. Behind you, to the south, a wasteland. Ahead, you can see, upon a hill, a hastily fashioned home set ablaze. beneath a rising sun of violet light. Its cruel, pitiless light illuminating little and providing comfort to none. Now you
upon seeing the violet light in the sky, Gideon will kind of freeze and take a step back or so, and y'all can all kind of see like this worry upon his face.
What's the matter, Gideon? I thought you wanted to come.
There's a fire. We have to do something about it, right?
Ginny, wait! Don't. Be very careful.
This is also a memory. Of sorts.
Yes, who's to say we can even interact?
But also, who's to say that interacting would be the best course of action? We don't want to change anything in the future.
We might as well go check it out. It reminds me of what happened to my home.
Feels like a dream.
Be wary of anything that is that color.
What, you don't like purple?
A hand will go up to the flower in her hair.
No, that's... Y'all probably aren't aware of it, but that color almost destroyed everything. Quite a number of years back, it enveloped the sky where I was from, and there was a massive battle. I was too young at the time to fight in it, but I still remember seeing it in the sky.
If it's that dangerous, then all the more reason to investigate.
Agreed. Just be careful and don't touch anything that is that color. Who knows if it still holds its power.
Will you perhaps give us a little stealth? Genevieve, do not rush ahead.
Ginny, come back. Let me at least try to shield us from sight as we go up there, and if we're going to investigate it, I'll take lead on it.
Stay in formation, please, everyone.
Very good.
See? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There's your old bag of stealth.
Shall I move the party ahead as a group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, while we're moving, can I make a perception check to gather around us? Kind of take a better look at the land?
I'm about to call for that. When you get to this point, make a perception check, everyone. Basic.
Okay. Y'all are so tall.
The mask is stuffy.
When you get to about this point, you can see that in the air there float embers, no doubt from the flames up ahead. But there's something odd about the fire. You feel no heat, which a flame of that size would produce heat. You can also see that the flames seem to billow and coil around, but they seem still. Though their light dances, they appear to be frozen, still, unmoving.
That's ominous.
Are we trapped in a singular moment? The flames are not moving. This is strange.
Should get closer.
When you get to about this point, you can see that there are druidic stones placed in the ground around this area. I don't believe anyone here can speak druidic, but you can see that there are definitely words written in the language around the stones, forming a circle around this point.
Comprehend language wouldn't allow me to read that, would it?
Negative. It's a secret language.
Yeah. Okay. Just double check.
Even family heritage doesn't allow me to read it.
Mythos, you're...
When you get... Go ahead.
Sorry, that burn mark on your hand, is it reacting in any way?
I mean, he'll look down. Is the druidic mark on his hand doing anything?
Yes.
Since we've now kind of stepped in the circle?
Yes.
He'll show it to Ginny. It is.
What's it doing?
I'm not sure.
Its reaction,
does it feel anything?
Its reaction seems to be that of a thrumming heartbeat.
But does it feel like anything? Does it feel warm, or is it like just the light pulsing?
Like a thrumming heartbeat.
Wow. It's pulsing. It's not heat, it's just a throbbing pulse, like the beat of a heart.
Step up and investigate. Like we did at the tree.
We can go in, but like Gideon said, don't touch the fire. That should be obvious with any fire, but this may be more so.
Sounds good to me. Galdren, if you might excuse me, warrior.
Is this writing here?
Yes, you can see a woodland creature. Several squirrels seem to be frozen, almost like turning to stone, holding aloft what appears to be a sign, but it is not yet written upon. Only a few words interrupted, it would seem.
What are the words that we can see?
They're in Druidic.
Oh, okay, never mind. Not one of the languages I speak.
Nope.
Ridaman will step up to, like, the doorway.
As you get to this point, you see something. The scene before you is that of carnage. You see images of what appear to be people lying on the ground or slumped over the desk in the center. You see this. 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 Each one fallen upon the ground. Each one, their details difficult to denote. Vestiges of what they once were. The colors that they represent. Twisting in the overarching shade. Violet. In each one, you see, like an after image, fighting off an unseen assailant, and each one of them falling, succumbing.
Byron Theris' scales. That was the 7.
And then you overhear the sound of weeping and kneeling over them all. You then see her look up, and as you follow her gaze, the light in the distance that you thought to be the sun is in fact the portal. Not rising on the horizon, but blaring just beyond it. A grove summoned in the midst of the wastes to serve as a point, a forward base, a final stand. You will see the apparent of Violet pull something up from the ground and disappear beneath.
We have to follow.
I agree.
None of this makes any sense.
I don't understand. Was that purple one the traitor? Were those other visages their allies, or...
Only one of them made it out.
Did we recognize the Violet as Matheria, like compared to her visage that we've seen in statues of her? Arcadum?
Sorry, I was muted. It's not clear. Our details were difficult to discern. But there is enough for you to be suspicious.
I mean, that was the colors of the seven.
What is that?
They were old heroes that were worshipped. They're the embodiment of hope on my continent, or at least they're the representations of them. Like, to actually see them, like, I don't even know what to think.
Genevieve, once again,
it's getting away from us. If we stay at the door and talk, it's going to escape. We're being shown things, not waiting for us to find them.
All right, Ginny, as you enter the room, marching ahead, you can see that the hues of colors shifts around you. You feel as if you are walking right through the middle of a burning, scorching building, but feel no heat and see only the fading, twisting light around you. Each time the violet wanes, you can see that the light of the fire returns, back and forth like a dance of red and violet. As you look down below you, you see upon the floor a trap door.
Guys, come on. There's a trap door here. We have to go down. We have to see the rest. Whatever it's trying to show us before it gets away. I'll open it.
Does the party descend?
Yes.
Aye.
Hell or high water, fellas.
So be it. And so, party descends. With each step down the ladder to the ground beneath, your heart grows heavier with sorrow. It presses in upon even those with the sturdiest of constitutions and willpowers. It is almost as if you are sifting through sorrow itself. When your feet finally touch the ground, the morose emotion, you can feel it upon the walls and ceilings and the very air that you breathe. So you enter beneath Trader's Hill.
Whatever we do, don't slow down.
Genevieve, don't rush ahead either. Let flow take point.
When you get to this point, you can see that the area is dark. Only those with dark vision can see, lest you strike a torch.
Does anybody have dark vision?
Whoever has the camping kit.
Galdren!
I don't.
Oh, you didn't go that one?
Nope.
Upon seeing that it's dark, I will light a torch.
Okay. I'm going to remove the walls. That's going to be more annoying for you guys. Give me a second. There you go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Gideon strikes a torch as you descend into whatever awaits you beneath. Right, what do you guys do?
Can't let the violet get away, whoever that was. Flo, can you find him?
I'll try my best. And he'll take the torch and he'll start going room to room, as if it was one of his hunts for his criminals.
Survival check. You follow footsteps, long since undisturbed, into this room flow. Inside of here, you see something. A flash of memory. It assaults your senses all at once. But you see the following. These two, hands clasped within each other's, looking at each other with smiling faces. The violet seems to be pleading with the orange, as if asking him to do something. The orange nods, and as they embrace, you can see a flash of guilt. Terrible, terrible guilt across the violet's face. That is all you see. The remnants of this room are long since faded. No equipment or items of use can be seen.
Everybody else saw that, right? Or
Yes.
just me? Okay.
Everyone sees it.
Alright, I don't have to explain that. Alright, nothing else in this room. We gotta move on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Do you want me to just move the party together?
Please, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Direct me where you're going.
What do you want me to make another survival to see if there's any
Sure.
footprints?
Let me double check the camera looks good. Okay, double checking things. All right, the footsteps continue to the south, and you see them turn towards the east.
You will follow.
This way, friends.
It's presumed that you're following behind him. You don't have to move
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get to this point, you will see another set. In here, you can hear the faint sound of music, unsure of its tune, melody, or origin, and you will see these two dancing hand in hand. A soft and fragile feeling between them. One that is certainly love, but there's something else. A fear, a longing, a daring hope for tomorrow. Then, southern end of the room, the Violet looks on. You see that she looks down at something in her hand. She will look up towards the other two. Tears well in her eyes. She disappears.
Could we have seen what was in her hand or no?
You do not.
These memories.
These are strong indeed.
This can't just be a single point in time. We've seen this entity slay the others, but here, it's like they are reliving moments. Regrets, remorse, I'm not sure.
We saw them mourning the loss of the companions, but not necessarily slaying them.
We don't know.
Wouldn't Arcadum say that they were in combat and fighting, and then that was the one that was crying over them?
Yes.
Or did we not see what they were fighting at the time?
You did not see what they were fighting.
Oh, never mind then. I'd just say that we saw the others had fallen, but now we're seeing them here, so basically the juxtaposition is what happened up top was a later point.
Alright, let's make another survival check to see where we're going next. Never mind. Okay, use somebody's inspiration or someone else get up here.
Use mine.
Can others who have survival roll, or is it because we don't have torches we can't?
You're muted again, Arcadum.
Say again? What? What's up?
Can other people who have survival roll, or is it only the people who have the torch?
Yeah. We can roll. Okay. The footsteps coil and turn back this way. I'm going to presume that you follow them, unless told otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
We follow them.
Quickly.
In this room, you can see a spectral presence of enormous wolves as a very large color of red pets them. There is joy on his face, laughter and mirth. You will see that he looks towards the south and beckons someone over. You will see that bashfully the Violet approaches. The red smiles and gestures towards the wolf as she slowly reaches out and begins to pet it. The wolf licks her face and she smiles, and so does the red. He then takes them and starts to feed them as she turns away, walking towards you. Closer that she gets, you can see upon her face no joy, fear, and guilt.
My breath will shudder.
It's almost as if she knew what was going to happen.
Maybe
More than that.
Maybe
I've
that's
seen
why
that
she
face
was not
before.
there when they fell.
seen that face before on a friend of mine.
I'll ask about that friend later, but now we must press forward. Alright, let's do it again.
Within this room, you can see a very older-looking elf with a long, impressive beard, reading a book and playing with some stones in his other hand. You will see that quickly, the Violet enters and begins to ask him a question. He will then drop the stones and smile and raise up a single finger into the air and begins to yap. And yap, and yap, as the Violet slowly starts to glaze over. And then he will close his book and then present her with something. Look down at the gift and will hold it to her chest and will smile at him. The old green will nod and then go back to his book, whistling as he does so. She will take the object and look at it closely. You will all see that it is a stone. Tears run down her face as she walks here and places the stone away.
Where did she place that stone? In this?
Right here.
In the chest.
As you approach the place where the stone was, you can see that there it still lies. Within the chest. On the stone, there seems to be symbols written in Druidic. But as you lift them up, you can see that the stone's writings shift and change to Old Elvish. It speaks, "To my friend, that you may never be alone."
Flo will tell the party what it says.
Flo, do you mind if I hold on to that?
Not at all, my friend.
And Gideon will take the stone.
Are you confident it is safe to take such an artifact from this place?
I think he has his reasons.
Nonetheless, if you pull a stone from a pond, there are still ripples. Just as much as if you throw one in.
Well said.
You know, it could be useful.
But if this is a vision, and that is an object that has been seen and didn't disappear from the room like the previous one, maybe it's supposed to be picked up. Otherwise, it would have vanished, like everything else.
He continues to hold on to the stone.
Okay. More footsteps appear. Do you follow them?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God my survival's on point today.
Yeah.
Except for one.
At this point, you see the Violet sitting by herself, staring at something in her hand. She goes back and forth, pacing around the room, worry, fear, and guilt racking her face visibly. She places the stone, the object, whatever it is, behind her back as this individual enters. You will see with suspicious eyes, the yellow approaches the violet, seemingly to ask her something. Violet shakes her head. The yellow narrows her eyes, and then will gesture around her, and it seems beginning to speak to something of her. You will see that she pulls out what appears to be a clock, pointing at it, pointing at her. You will then see the yellow hold out her hand. The violet's fists around the objects clench as she places it in her back pocket and reaches out with the other hand and walks the yellow elsewhere.
Following.
Here, you will see the weeping violet on the ground. Appearing before her, you will see many of the others looking down upon her. You can see that there is regret, surprise, shock, and anger in their faces. And you overhear the following. Contorted and muffled, you overhear, "How could you? From all that which was given, of all the things we did, prosperity we made, could you? Out of all the things that could have been, of that which we built, how could you? Did it mean nothing, the time we spent together? How could you?" There was no one that could have stood up to what we accomplished. Why? How could you? If only you had come to it. For how much have we learned? How could you? What I did to them. And then, there, in the midst of it all, the swirling of colors and memory and time, you will see the violet, standing in the room looking quite different. Not the underground temporary makeshift hovel of some druidic spell, but rather a grand hall of marble and gold. Outside and around, you can see the sprawling, blooming flowers of wisteria, the court of the east. She stands alone. She holds up in her hand a crystal of prismatic color. It flashes of violet. Her eyes light with purpose. Each time The scene changes. She stands, holding crystal, becoming more and more haggard. Until finally, she stands huddled over it, her eyes looking up towards a flash of violet light. No, not violet light. A darker light. The light of the portal, yawning and roiling. She sees her allies, defeated and killed, their bodies torn to pieces by the demons. You can see she relives her hesitance over and over again. Every path of which she did not use it. They died. They failed. The world is consumed. And so then you see it. The day she made the decision. She holds up the shard, sacrifices herself, her friends, all that which she held dear, every memory ever made, of which she holds in her heart. The violet light ekes out the crystal and into the... And with it, swirling within, piece by piece, you see it. The violet light, slowly but surely, sealing the portal. Her own body begins to contort, as adding to its power and color each of the 6 others. Stolen, taken. Flashes of her family, her friends, those that she loved flashing with them. She grits her teeth and pushes onward. The only way forward, the only way out. With one final grip, the violet light showers upon the portal. The demons turn to dust. Corvanus is saved. She knows not how her name will be remembered. She knows only the names of her friends shall not be. There must always be a traitor. As the light fades, you see that around you, the portal seals. The demons fall back. Their anchor is lost. The Church of Light, taking up her mantle, her name recreated by a facsimile of the interference of the Great Wizard. A rule broken. A name remembered. No, not remembered. Remade. Recreated. Replaced. You see it. Those that would call themselves by her name, the crusade that she carries against demonkind, slowly begin to contort to this being's presence. And then, this too passes. And for a moment, the people of the world seem lost. And then, a flash of violet light, which Gideon remembers. You see the soul, the violet, fall once more towards the mortal plane. A promise kept by the great color, to return all those that had been taken by it. And so, Mytheria falls once more to the earth, and the demons return with her. The room is silent. And there, in the center of this room, you see a shard of crystal. As the lights from your torches dance upon it, you can see colors of the rainbow dance within them. That's it. You do as you wish.
Flo will approach the crystal. It's right here, right?
On the ground, yeah.
Flo, wait. Gideon, suggestions.
Well, it'll kind of still be a little in shock from the all the violet color that he's kind of seen, knowing that usually bad things come from that. Well, what we just saw was I guess Mytheria is sealing the portal, and then when she came back, the demons came with her. What we do with this crystal, as he points to it, I'm not sure, but I would probably say take it with us.
I think we should.
Just a quick question. Does this look like a shard of the crystal that we saw her holding during the flashback, or something different? Like a piece of it or the same thing?
Sorry, I was muted. Say again?
Yeah.
Does this look similar enough to the shard that she was holding, the one that you said the prismatic crystal she was holding? Does this look similar to that in some way? Like, maybe not the whole thing, but like a fraction of it or something?
Not just similar. It looks exactly the same.
Oh, then yeah.
But supposedly it danced with rainbow hues and not just violet ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Gideon, who do you suggest to hold such an object?
I'll pick it up.
No, you're not Gideon. Hold on, please.
Well,
Yes.
it's not just violet; it's all the colors, which is again a representation of the 7.
Is that a good thing in foreigner knowledge?
Yes,
Yeah,
what does that mean?
You said they were
They're
heroes.
like the embodiment of hope. They were just a bunch of heroes that got together and pushed back the enemy. It's not really one that I follow too closely, but if you want, I can pick it up.
Your knowledge, I would have assumed that you were the best option. Apologies, Flo.
Very well. I'll walk over to it and bend down, and when he first reaches forwards, he kind of like hesitates and pulls back for a half a second before
You got this, brother.
grabbing it. And he'll pick it up.
So Gideon picks it up?
Yeah.
One moment, please.
I was
Long ever. Time is
Sadly, Gideon's the foreigner with knowledge of this stuff. It does make sense for him to pick it up.
No, it does. It makes sense. I don't know.
I wanted to touch it too.
I mean, everyone wanted to touch it. It's really cool, but that doesn't mean
Give
everyone
it to me! I am the chosen one.
Dude, I fought everything from like Flo picks it up. Fuck what you talking about.
Prismatic dragon.
Look, just because I'm the captain and I deserve to touch everything doesn't mean I'm going.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna play the captain card. Okay. Okay.
Shepard gets to press all the buttons.
Yep.
How come I don't get to push any buttons? Why does Shepard get to push the buttons? One of the funniest lines.
Bibbidi bip bop is me on my face.
No.
Well,
Skibby that bass, skibbity penis.
I've taken like 3 pages of notes, guys.
Right, you ain't kidding.
I've got 2 pages. I was trying.
It's been
I'm doodling.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
My brain is a sponge.
And I mean, it is like tiny handwriting too. I've just been like,
oh yeah, the chicken scratch.
I know I was
writing notes.
I'm just a slow typer.
Yeah, I've been typing in Gideon's journal.
My computer can't handle running that much at once. I have to take handwritten notes.
Oh.
Waymaker, get your wife a better computer.
I'm working on it. I offered this afternoon. It's like, we could do a new build.
So,
like,
as Gideon picks up the prism, there is a flash of multicolored light. All of you feel different, save for Gideon. You look through the eyes. You feel things as the foreigner knight. Let me know when you're loaded.
I'm in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm also in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the handsome lad.
Handsome. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. And I love that sword art. It is so good.
I'm loaded. I don't know about everybody
Everyone
else.
loaded?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
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 Gideon. Captain Argyle was clear. You were to come here and search for any evidence that this child made out. Changelings are not to be easily trusted, but there were reports of a hag in this area. And it is your duty, especially as a fledgling paladin, to make your name. A bit of investigative work would do you some good. And so, you step into the streets, the rain beginning to fall above you. What do you do?
Why does it always rain? I'll start looking around. Guess best thing to do is head up the stairs and check around. See what I can find.
As you step up to here, you will remember from your previous briefing that you were here to search for the disappearance of a young girl with white hair, the Changeling, whose name was Effie Prentice. The suspicion is that the woman who resided here, Mother Martell, is perhaps not the loving and doting adoptive mother as she has portrayed herself to be. Many have been suspicious for some time of her true nature, but there was never any evidence. However, having no other recourse as a knight abolisher, one of your duties, especially in this dark city of Bleak, is to investigate every lead. As you approach the door, make me a perception check. Okay, with your perception check, as the rain kind of muffles any sound and the water scours the door and diminishes your senses, up ahead you can see that the door is slightly open.
A little odd. He'll approach the door and kind of crack it open a little bit more. Hello? Anyone home?
No answer.
Upon hearing no answer, he'll walk inside and close the door behind him.
The warming light from the fire embers out as you enter. The rain seemingly getting in through the chimney. You will hear a door open in the distance. In the shadows, someone calls out, "Effie, is that you?"
No, Gideon Tarot, ma'am.
Gideon Tarot? An old woman will approach you. Well? Who are you? The old woman asks.
Gideon Tarot, Night Abolisher. I'm here investigating a missing child.
Missing child? Oh, you're referring to my dear Effie? Yes, she's been missing for some time. Tell me, have you made any progress?
Not much, just a few minor leads, but nothing major yet.
Okay. Gideon, wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I'm totally good at these.
You suddenly are struck with a heavy sense of deja vu. You have been here before. You've done this before.
Kind of close his eyes and shake his head a little bit. Sorry. Where was I again? Are you Lady Martell?
Yes, I am known as Mother Martell. Martell. You open the door, Gideon, entering the room for the first time. The warm light of the hearth fire embers out. The rain must be getting in through the chimney.
Am I aware that I just went back?
Yep.
What in the hell is this going on? Hello?
You call out. There is no answer.
Keep walking back in. Lady Martell?
A door opens from the back. Who's there?
Gideon, ma'am.
Gideon who?
Tarot, Night Abolisher. We've done this. What's going on here?
Going. You enter the room, Gideon. The fire from the hearth dies down. Rain must be getting in the chimney.
What? I'm so confused. What is going on? And he'll kind of close his eyes. Runetheris, please. Help me. What am I not seeing?
You recall the words of Captain Argyle. Gideon, when faced with a situation you can't quite solve, try approaching from a different angle.
Different angle. Alright. Well, I've come in through the front door. So walk back out.
Okay.
Into the rain. And he'll start moving back towards this way. Is there a window that he can see that he can get through?
1 second. Yes, you can get through that window.
Alright.
You attempt to do so?
Yes.
As you do so, you can feel another sense of deja vu. You get the vision of a halfling man and a white-haired girl, and blood streaking across the floor.
Right, and white hair. Maybe that's the changeling girl that I'm supposed to be finding. What's with all the blood? Walk in. The blood streaks, which are they like going this way, like out towards the window, or further
You saw
into
only
the
a
house?
flash of that. You don't see them here now.
Okay. All right. Well, then he'll just keep going.
Hey, when you get to about here, you hear a door open in the distance, and footsteps walking into the room. Into this room, specifically.
Yeah. He'll wait to see if he hears them walking towards the room that he's in, or if they just kind of just stay there.
Okay, you overhear the following. The footsteps stop. You hear Vais Vindando, sound of magic. And then you overhear If you're dissatisfied with your service, widow, then you'll have to wait till I can find another one. Or make another one. You could always send me some of your men. Perhaps they would deal as sufficient seedlings. You dare to threaten me? Need I remind you that you are only as useful to the Coven as your tributes? You have no power over me, you tiny man. We wield the power of the Seven. Lest you need to be reminded again. What do you do, Gideon?
Is there a keyhole I can peek through?
There sure is.
Or a crack in the... Alright, he'll peek through it.
Alright, as you walk up to take a look, you will see that the woman standing in the room is not an old lady, but this.
Wow.
Your training is sufficient to recognize what she is. A hag.
And he'll just think to himself, suspicions confirmed.
You can see that her back is to you. You can see that she's also... Well, she pulls out what appears to be a strange sort of coil of hair. You can see that it is several knots of white hair. Your eyes flash as you see the image of this flash through your mind. You feel the presence, Lord Rune Theris. Justice must be dealt to this creature.
Upon that feeling, he will draw his sword and lunge at the creature, going to smite it.
Gideon bursts open with his sword raised. Whether it be the actual words of Runetheris or his youthful need to prove himself, he's not sure. But with Gideon's sword raised high, energy flowing along its edge, the hag turns and holds up her hand. Fear, concern, and hate flowing through her. The baleful, unseelie presence of the Fae flow around Gideon, and his light shatters it. The presence of Runetheris mightier than any foolish hag. But then something that neither of you expected. Within the hag's hand flashes the color yellow. One moment. Gideon appears, the crystal dropping from his hand.
Did y'all see that?
Gideon?
So this whole time he's just been staring at it. And it's only been a few seconds.
Only a few seconds.
And none of us saw it.
You're just gonna touch it?
Sorry, I remembered something. I don't know what it means, though.
What was it? Something about your past?
Yeah.
Are you repeating more of your memories?
It was kind of the same thing that I remembered before, but different. And when I went to attack a hag, and right as I struck it, a flash of yellow. I don't...
As Gideon speaks these words, all of you will suddenly have those memories flood into you, what you just saw, that you had witnessed through his body and learned of him.
Hey, what the?
By my therish light, I've never had some shit like this happen. What in the fuck?
Very
strange. That right?
How very interesting.
That was your past, Mr. Gideon?
Yeah, that's one of the last things that I remember, was investigating and looking for that child. And then nothing.
Does he still have the crystal? Is it just there in his hand?
No, I dropped it.
It's on the ground.
Oh.
You were going to ask me something?
Yeah, do I know what the color yellow represents?
Yes. As you try to think of it, the information comes to you. As if you've had it all along. Color yellow represents lots of different things. It represents responsibility, cause and effect, logic, but more so than any of that, it is the representation of the primordial force of time. Now, with this newfound information, I can reveal what I've had up my sleeve this whole time. Gideon's amnesia is not because he hit his head. His time was literally stolen from him by the use of the color yellow. touching of the crystal has revealed its influence. There is yet still a missing piece of you, Gideon. Something yet that remains stolen. It is up to you to attempt to recover it.
Hiram Theris, was I shoved through time? He'll kind of scratch the back of his head. I guess that makes sense. But how long? Where? Still so much I don't know. He'll look back down at the crystal on the ground. And he'll go to pick it back up again.
It is warm in your hand and dances with prismatic light.
Farryn, if it's... Well, I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to hold on to this. I feel it is important.
I assumed you would, Gideon. No further side effects, though?
Not right now.
Very well. I assume you'll be careful with it, of course.
I will use the wisdom of dragons. That means yes.
I see.
It was me, Barry. I did it.
Well, in addition to everything else we've seen so far in here, and with Gideon's vision, this is a sad place.
It is, but it may have been fortuitous that we did come here and discover this. What?
Quick question out of here: was it Flo or was it Gideon that said that going into the past, we might get something to help us free Mytheria? It was Flo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was for me.
What Mr. Flo said may have come to pass. This crystal, we've, through the memories of this entity, or I guess Mytheria, as it was revealed, this was used to be able to seal the demons away. This will be a great boon for us when we return, if it comes with us. We might finally have the power we need to finally seal the demons away from this continent.
Supposing, of course, that it works the same way, and after all, we did see at what cost.
Yes.
It was the power of the violet that sealed it away. Mythos, that power is sealed away in of itself. I don't think we can use that same power. And nor would I want to.
Do you mean it is sealed?
Well, remember that fight I mentioned about the violet color in the sky? They were fighting that.
But this is a relic of the past. Are we not in a period of time before that has happened? Do you think its power might still be usable, or?
No. Like, separate event. This was 50-some years ago.
Yes, but I'm saying here and now.
Here and now, like, the power might be present, but if it is, we don't want to go anywhere near it. That power corrupts. It destroys.
What are we supposed to
suppose we do with the crystal?
For now, we just take it with us, and I don't know. Maybe I can think of something. I mean, it could be of use when we get closer to the portal. Maybe it'll help remind Mytheria of who she was and who she is and what else she did. I don't know.
If it helped remind you, I suppose. Good thought.
If I had... What if she doesn't want to know?
Why wouldn't she?
I feel like if I had betrayed all my friends, I wouldn't want to know about it.
Sometimes it is the pain of remembering that spurs us on to further greatness, Genevieve.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just because you did something bad in your past doesn't mean you get to forget about it and push it away.
Good line. In fact, inspiration for good.
Freaking sick.
Well, what else do you suppose we are meant to find here?
Doesn't hurt to look. While we have the chance, we might as well explore the rest of this cave and see what other secrets are here. Or memories.
I would suggest we break up into pairs if we're going to split up. No one should be out alone.
If this is a vision, do you suppose it will end once we've found what we need to find? Or do you think we'll need to be somewhere together and break it?
Well, in my experience, you just kind of come out of it whenever it's done.
Essy,
How
are we pairing?
Well, I mean, he has the most experience with this, so you gotta believe him.
It's true. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we all just experienced it from his point of view.
Yes.
Him getting yeeted out of a vision.
It just ends.
Wow.
Right, well, if we're splitting up, who are we doing it with? I'd rather us stay together, frankly. What if this vision is weird and ends and some of us don't make it out?
That is also a good point. Maybe we should all stay together.
Honestly.
Well, Farryn, what do you think? Should we stay together or split apart?
Of course we should stay together.
Alright then. Flo, lead the way.
Well, we can check out this room first, and then we can kind of go to a whole point to the other room across the way.
You want to go to this one?
No. We'll check this one.
Let's split up, gang.
Right, let's not do that.
We can check this one, then this one, and then check this pathway. That's my suggestions, if y'all are okay with that.
Lead on.
Well, we'll walk into this room. What does he see?
In this room, you see whatever the remnants of this place was. A place to repair armor, to make food, or to store gear. They appear to be shadows, remnants of what was once here. No useful items appear in this room.
Nothing in here for us, gang. Walk back out. Excuse me, Mythos. Excuse me, Ginny. Look, with purpose, we'll walk down to this room.
Once again, you find a personal room filled with shadows of what was once here.
Nothing else in here, gang.
And as you enter the next and see the same, you begin to suspect that the place you're in is not a place. Shadow of a memory.
Do we get the sense we're not going to find anything in this thing?
Correct. This is me helping you use your time wisely.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get anything from this, friends. Just shadows of what was.
He says hanging from the ceiling.
He fucking stood on his hands. Oh my god. Guys, you won't believe
as
it.
the group is going around and figuring all this out, Mythos is going to follow behind slowly and just meditate. Would I be able to use my history mastery in this memory of a place in history?
Oh, is that what you want to do?
Oh boy.
Yes. You may attempt to do so if you wish.
Then I will do this to give myself advantage on the history as he's been meditating.
Before you get into that Arcadum, would it be even useful for me to use my investigation mastery here?
That one I tell you about.
Okay, cool.
Never mind. I'll say you feel a tickling in the back of your mind. You have sepsis. No, not sepsis. No, you have crotch rot. That's it. I cast boot soup. Oh no!
Not boot soup.
I didn't want trench foot. No.
Okay. All right. History check time. 25. You have the mastery. Everything's all locked in. A vestige of the past here before you. You may ask 3 questions. The vestige appears to be a woman with long flowing hair. Shadow provides no other details.
Alright. Give me a couple minutes because I need to word all these things properly.
Yep. Big thinking. Man, I feel like the music's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very good.
Very good, my lord. Very nice. I like it a lot. Please don't kill us. I wish to remain alive. That is all right with you.
I wish to live.
I wish to, remain not fucking dead.
I know what my third question is going to be, but I need to get through the other 2.
Oh no.
I was surprised when you heard a woman you couldn't see crying that people weren't like, La Llorona. No es La Llorona. Por favor, Arcadum.
Man.
When I first unveiled that, dude, like every Spanish person in the Discord started like every Spanish person in Twitch started losing their fucking mind. Started monka-essing.
We're like, no.
La Llorona. Oh no. Everybody's talking that good shit, and then the woman in white appears. Lo siento, Arcadum. No es La Llorona. Por favor. That's really not Bomb Geo of you.
Not very Bongia. Doom, doom. He's over there focusing.
Yes. Because I also have to word these.
Take your time, Mythos.
Yeah.
Take your time. In the meantime, I will show off Waymaker's cool art.
Yes.
Oh, we get them colors? Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, this one?
Look at Ginny! Wow!
Oh my gosh.
Are we looking at Ginny? What if I threw a Farryn Inkholdt at you, complete with her new seasonal change? Wow!
Ooh.
Look at her thorn, her goat dagger.
I can't wait to see
teeth.
Ginny with a longsword. It's gonna be great.
I'm doodling one while Mythos thinks.
Oh shit, is that Gideon, servant of Rune Theris and wielder of axes, but not really? I think Mythos has probably had the coolest glow up. I mean, look at this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Really does.
this shit is fucking awesome.
Spirit sword is rad.
Spirit sword is rad as fuck. And then, of course, the classics don't need to be changed. I am
The
gold.
Slayer Hawk.
You can tell that I'm very cool.
This one brought to you by our own beautiful Nara.
Yep,
Yes, yes.
that there is a Nara special coming at you live, ladies and gentlemen.
Very cool, very cool.
Brought to you by Milton Bradley. Have it your
So for
way.
my first one,
Ooh.
Mythos will focus on the visage.
Hey,
Through the visions we saw, a sacrifice was made. A traitor was born. But through that sacrifice, peace was achieved. In their heart of hearts, did they truly believe this was the only way forward?
yes.
Alright. Closure question done.
Dude, for real, like, the music from FF10, I think gets
It's so good.
It gets overshadowed by the fact that Titus sucks.
Yeah. This song is actually the one that got me to convince my mom that playing music from video games on the piano should be allowed.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause-
Tazanarkand is,
Before convincing her that Tazanarkand was okay to learn, piano was not fun. I still don't really enjoy that particular instrument that much. But it's pretty. I'll give it that.
yeah. And the rendition of the Song of the Seven on piano by, what's her name, Emria? I can't ever say that name, but the old member of the community. She did a piano rendition, and it was very, very good. And I use it as the main one I use in game. I'd use the actual one, but I don't know how that would work, so stay away from it. 'Tis unfortunate.
Both are amazing.
They are.
It still gets me when I listen to it.
All right, the second one.
Hey.
With a heavy heart, a plot was made. A loss of things held dear. This was the only choice, one that had to be made. A tough decision. All was said and done. Was there sorrow and regret for what had to pass?
Yes.
All right. And then the last one, because this was the one I knew from the beginning. The friends betrayed, their names forgotten. If known now, what were their names?
One moment. Pretty sure you can ask that, and I can double check, please.
Alrighty.
Hey, what's your name? Tony.
You called for me? Yes?
Fuck you, Tony.
Oh, fair enough.
Your name! Donde es Berg?
What's your name?
Donde está la biblioteca?
All right. I can answer that question for you. So, go. Hold on to your butts. Where are they?
I'm holding.
I'm gripping both cheeks
punching.
vigorously.
Where are they? You know, I don't think you can do that.
You know, not my power.
Okay, whatever you say, body armor boy.
Unlimited.
I've got a new holster. I really like my new holster.
I like how you roast me and never told me if you liked it or not, motherfucker. Did you like it?
Yes, correct. I'll never know.
Oh, okay. I'll just go fuck myself like
Tis the cost of doing business, Batman.
I'll take it.
It is a very cute holster.
I can also say that. Yeah, what am I supposed to say? Dude, that holster is so cute.
Adorable.
You could say, cool holster, bro. And then
it matches your purse.
Yeah, but that's like...
Look, get a pink holster and bedazzle it, and then you'll get, like, comments on it. Like, it's cute and cool and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I am planning on putting a sticker on my holster that says "Do not pet."
Let me answer this question. All right, their names are revealed to you. The Indigo. Also, I want to show off Waymaker's art. Look at that shit. Gwyneth Guildfire. You need me to type them out?
Yes, great. Because I will probably type them wrong, like as in goated.
That was still really great.
Goated. As in goated.
Gwyneth Guildfire. Let me check the camera, make sure it's good. Salutarius Saphira.
Yes, I sure as heck wasn't going to spell that one.
And I'm showing you in order, so that was indigo and then blue.
Yep.
In case it wasn't clear.
Sandal buttons.
Not funny sandal buttons.
This one is Esoterio Lafette.
He has a cool style to him.
Isola Vast.
Oh, Isola. Oh, that's a fear, actually.
There you go. You're catching on.
I'm putting things together in my brain.
Why did one use their last name, the other use their first name?
Zira of the Hand. Logan Morningsun. Finally. Janist Mytheria Trueheart.
As Mythos gets all that, his trance will fade and he will return to the group, just still following along behind them. Until we find our way out of here.
Should we leave back up to the surface?
I suppose if
Once
there's
we
nothing.
entered may lead us to the way out, yes.
I remember the path. I can get us out of here.
So, you wish to return?
Yep.
Yes. Hey,
Okay.
I remember the path too.
Wow!
Mythos quickly wipes a couple tears off his face as he follows the group.
Are you okay, Mythos?
I'm fine. This is just a lot to take in.
Yeah, I learned a lot more than I expected. And still, so many more questions.
Break from this. Can y'all check out these fucking shoes so we know what they are when we get out of here, please? When we're done with this very depressing memory.
Well, we can check them in the morning. We haven't even gone to bed yet.
Yes, I can take another chance at it. It was just a lot of things for me to try and discern the magics of at one time.
I wasn't able to get around to all of them.
Oh god, I just got a horrible idea. No, okay.
As we surface,
Gonna
is there
stick the
anything
crystal
else?
in the violet fire?
What was the question?
As we surface, is there anything that changes up here? Like, does the vision continue or anything?
Nope. Nothing new.
Okay.
Do it, Gideon. Put it in the fire.
No, that's a horrible idea.
Yes, but very cool stuff will probably happen.
I'm not gonna be like the other dragon that put their hand in something they weren't supposed to.
Well, what if you get like a cool Cthulhu tentacle arm?
Hold.
I have.
Oh.
As you take a step out, you can see that the memory slowly begins to fade, shifting, forgetting, and beyond it, the demon wastes. Whatever form or whatever passage that you had been brought here to witness seems to have completed. However, in these moments, as the memory slowly begins to fade, there is a cry. A scream pierces the sky. The memory stops fading. You feel the presence of intense guilt. Conjuring before you as stone and memory begin to be uplifted from the ground, shifting and twisting together, you see this form before you. A monolith in the visage of Mytheria, the remnants of her intense and overpowering guilt.
To arms! Pull my weapons.
The creature turns, shifts, and raises its hand. Guilt begins to crush down upon you, not just a mental force, but a physical one. Stone cracks and the building behind you falters. It is blown back and away from the force of this creature's might. All around you, you can feel it. The memories start to fade and shift, beginning to, at the seams, unravel, until there is naught but the demon wastes. And one explosive force, the creature snaps its fingers, and all is blown backwards, faded to dust. All that remains are the wastes you were in before. Your campsite blown back. Stone and tree faded and crushed in the creature's presence. Okay. And here we go. Let me know when you're loaded.
I'm in.
Loaded.
I'm loaded. Oh, great. I'm the closest to this creature. Flo will grip his hammer in preparation.
You feel it. The approach. Her intense and palpable guilt. To punish you for daring to remember. And so, the ancients are watching. So let's go over traits.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Pull up the doc.
Yeah, somebody get the wiki up.
Oh boy.
It's okay, guys. Watch me one-shot this.
Yes.
Alright, so traits-wise, we have this creature possesses Combo, Deadly, Hexer, Destroyer, and Hate. So we'll go over each of those real quick. Combo means this creature has abilities that combo together that are stronger than the sum of their parts. Deadly means that this creature does more damage than the median of its kind. Hexer means this creature has debilitating effects more often than the median of its kind. Destroyer means that this creature has abilities that can destroy items. And Hate is a form of ruthless. This creature wishes for your death. No amount of pleading, diplomacy, or effects can stop this. If you are down, it will kill you. Understand?
Understood.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
confused by no effects can stop it, but do you mean things like Death Ward, or do you mean like healing won't work?
It means like, I won't ignore you, I won't be persuaded to attack something else. If you're down and I have the opportunity to kill you, I will.
Sure.
That's what it means.
Okay.
So
Peacemaker will not stop her.
Yeah, you can't like bang your shield and like, oh, attack me instead or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's just a warning to you not to waste your actions on such things because they will not affect crushing guilt. Yep.
Creature, let's make this hallowed ground.
Oh boy. Oh man, I can't wait. Okay, so let's see. Let me roll my initiative modifier first. Hey, I go at 13.
Wow, -5 to dexterity.
No, -5 to
giant 50-foot stone person.
I'm so excited to be in 3 back-to-back boss battles.
She's not very nimble.
You don't sound excited.
I am deep down below, you know.
The hell?
Hey, you're the one that wanted to put on the robe right now.
I did. It was worth it.
Farryn looks mournfully at the rest of the team and shakes her head.
I said to wait till after, but
look, man.
Like, no.
Look, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. Like,
you didn't.
I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming them.
You didn't have to stick your fist in the beehive. All right. You didn't have to do that.
The story has to happen. You know, there was beehive. We had a fist. 1 + 1 is 2. You know.
It's like, man, I just couldn't stop myself. I just had to do it.
What happens to the cloak now that we're out of the memory?
You mean the robe?
The robe, yeah, my bad.
I guess you'll have to find out should you survive this harrowing encounter.
I mean, wouldn't Mythos still have it on?
Yeah, he would. That's
He's
what
just
I'm
doing
asking.
battle in a moo-moo?
Yes, but its effects aren't active. You have to...
Yeah.
You have to win the encounter.
Win first. You're not done yet. Points at...
I know. This is our pitbull.
I don't care about its effects. I'm just saying, like, I think he was just asking, does he still have it on? Or
yes,
he's wearing it.
Yeah, he still has it on.
Okay. He's very pretty, if that matters.
Took it off, I guess.
Does it look any different now that we're out of the memory?
It will when the encounter is finished. It will.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh,
if you live.
Cool. He'll have a nice, cool, glowing cape.
Don't
die. As cool as mine, but you know.
You know.
Wow. Mr. Flo, would you feel better if I let you hold this pretty sword?
I have. He'll turn around and point to his crown. I have a pretty crown already.
Okay. All right. You just sound like a little jealous of Mr. Mythos.
Nothing is cooler than my dark cape.
All right.
It flows on its own.
Editor's note: there was a lot.
There was a lot.
Farryn tries to bat the billowing cape out of her view.
This is like in her face all the time.
It flows off my willpower.
Yeah, all right. Whatever you say. Okay, looks like we got everything nice and lined up. Everybody's booming and bamming. See, I agreed to an extension, so we could probably get through some martial checks, maybe?
Yeah, we can do a little.
Maybe.
Hold on, let me double check some stuff here. I gotta make sure that.
Oh my god, what is my initiative roll? Ugh.
I believe that's a low roll, Gideon.
Weak.
Yeah.
Last place.
How do you think I feel?
Snaps fingers. Pay attention, Gideon. Come on, it's over there.
Look at mine.
Huh? What? Wait, what's over there? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Byron Paris! What did y'all do?
You touched the colorful thing.
You're the one who suggested putting the robe on first, but really...
I did.
We fight this thing first and argue later.
Ah.
We could just let you fight it, Flo.
I will die happily on this ground for y'all if y'all want to leave.
Okay, you heard him. Let's go.
You heard him.
Defeat the crushing guilt.
I have faced guilt before. I shall face it again.
Making sure I have everything that I need. My combat notes open. They are.
I have my own guilt unresolved.
Oh, we have to marshal that. Never mind.
Okay.
I was going to ask, are there clash mechanics? I was like, well, I have to marshal to find out.
Yes, you will.
You guys got a fighter?
No.
Fighter barbarian?
Question mark?
I think he's barbarian.
He doesn't have glory, though.
Glory.
Nope. As a base mechanic, so, okay.
No base fighter.
So I don't have to worry about that. 1 second, please.
I used to be a fighter.
Wah.
Good job, Gideon. I'm glad.
I also used to be a barbarian too.
Are you filled with regret at not having still been a fighter?
I feel regret for mercilessly killing people that I should not have killed.
Okay.
But that was back when I was all Mytharian.
I haven't had that problem.
Also, again, this is y'all's reminder. If you want the Hymn of the Pale Heart active for mind-affecting stuff, make sure you give yourself 1 exposure.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now, because we going to want that, big dog. Especially if there's a hexer.
I'll take it as well, then.
Putting me awful high if I take it. Is 5 too high, guys?
5 is okay.
I mean, you're not a caster, so not really.
Not really.
Very manageable.
Wait, why is your that high?
Because the pendant does 3.
She's an elf for 1, pendant 3, and then
Yeah. The periop does 3 constant exposure.
Oh, do elves have base exposure? Is it 1?
Yeah.
I think hers is.
I do because I'm branded. I don't know if you do.
I'm a free elf.
Yeah, you're a free elf.
You are my...
Rub it in, why don't you?
Get a marked idiot.
Yeah, she's listening to you tell your tragic backstory to Genevieve again, and she's like, I still don't understand how you escaped and joined the church, kind of, sort of, and didn't get branded. And she's like, why? How? Why? And she's like, ugh, and why is Genevieve sad for your story and not mine?
And if you ask him, he'll tap the mask. No one knows you're an elf.
I actually did. Maybe you didn't listen.
He taps his head.
You did tell your story.
Should have thought about that. Shouldn't you?
Yes, Farryn did tell her story, but she acts so self-righteous all the time. Makes it hard to feel sorry for her.
Yes, well, that's fine. It's hard to feel any emotion besides hatred for you too.
Well, maybe you should work on that. Go to counseling or something. We have counseling in the Church of Mytharia.
Just put her in a room with a bunch of halflings and let them hug
Yeah.
Ugh.
Get her a babysitting job for halfling babies. Oh my gosh, they're so tiny.
They're so
All right,
tiny.
let's rock and roll. Hey, oh, I just realized I had the scene thing on this whole time.
Yeah, it's been fuzzy at the edges the whole time.
There you go.
Hey, I can see
So
it.
much clarity.
We're in Foundry light mode
the
now.
The scene is gone.
I can see clearly now. Holy fuck. Alright, here we go. Music should be pumping. Let me know when you hear it. Please. Please hear it.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
I don't hear anything.
infinity out of infinity.
It's Lincoln. Prismatic Trials.
Come on. Play the fucking song.
Any moment now. Hold.
Hold.
Old.
Hold.
Don't fire till you see the whites in their eyes. I hear it.
It doesn't
You
have
hear it.
Fire!
There we go.
We good?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. One more thing I have to do.
Gideon, you can now summon the yellow.
No! I cannot!
Alright. Let's do this. Galdren, you gain initiative.
Right, first things first, Legacy of War into attack.
Okay?
Then I'm going to martial check.
Okay, what would you like to know?
Abilities and features, please.
Alrighty, you got it. Right. This creature has the following abilities. The cost of love and hate. What if they don't understand? What if you're wrong? And what if you fail?
Hmm.
I kind of want to know what if you don't understand. Like it's a mental ability.
I'm going to go with what if you fail?
What if you fail? So be
Yes.
it. What if you fail does this. Whenever a creature would fail an attack roll, saving throw, or skill check, this creature gains 1 regret. This creature ignores the next source of damage it would take whenever it gains regret. This does not stack.
Good to know
So-
that.
Don't miss.
Yikes.
Thank God I went for attack then, Jesus. Right. That's free martial check. I'm going to move in.
Okay, now if that says source of damage, does that include like damage types or just source of
Any
damage?
source of damage.
The singular source.
Okay,
Does
cool.
the skill check portion include martial checks?
Yes, martial checks are skills.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Alright, I move
Essy,
in
I'm sorry,
25
but do not
feet.
attack.
Yikers.
I
Lol.
know, right? I
You
know.
too, Shadow.
She has no elven bow.
I will
Stab it.
bonus action.
Also, once again, because I think the art's sick, even though it's AI generated. Look at that shit, am I right?
That's
There
so
it looks
cool.
rad.
It's pretty metal. It's pretty
Doesn't,
great.
doesn't that look fucking metal as fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Reminds
actually,
me of, like,
hold
an
on.
icon.
Hold on, let me
Not
try
gonna
something.
lie.
Let me try something. I want to try one thing before you take your turn. Let me see.
There we go.
I want to see if I
We've got
can.
the boss bar
I
back.
want to see if I can make this look good on chat. Hold on, they might not be able to hear you for a second. Hold on.
mess up the team. I'm bad at
You
attacking.
can-
You're fine.
I'm
Just
bad at
double
marshalling.
It doesn't stack, so even if you miss or fail and then it blocks one attack,
I mean,
people can
chastise
overcome
that
that
ability.
easily.
Chastise that ability.
Yeah, you could do that,
That too.
Wait till we see the other ones first.
Y'all are gonna have to help me out here because today I cannot access the dock for the fight.
Oh, that's okay.
And
We'll be
and I can't access.
Remember,
my,
this is a very short combat, so it's not gonna like the next thing. Their next week is gonna be like.
I know, but still.
I think that's the best I can do. Sorry, chat. It's a little cut off. That's the best I can do.
Oh, good.
Anyway, let's rock and roll.
Quick question, Arcadum.
Yeah.
Because I'm a monster slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Does guild class as a humanoid or beast for whatever reason?
Negatory.
Okay, good to know.
Its creature type is trauma.
Its creature type is trauma. Oh boy.
Rock on.
Bonus action. Player's Embrace is active.
Why is that hidden?
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Let me see what
Alrighty
you
then.
got. Show me your strength, Galdren of Clan. Looks at notes. Gray Spine.
Okay. First attack.
Not bad. That will hit. Damage, please.
I thought you were gonna say miss, and I was gonna scream.
You were gonna scream. What about me?
Okay. That will deal no damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
Lovely.
You guys might scream.
We might scream now.
People with higher AR than 15, though.
Alright, second attack.
Okay. That will miss.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
Lord
shall
Jesus.
Shall we scream yet? Is it time?
This creature will gain 1 regret.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my turn.
Ginny.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to cast Bless. And I will be casting it on Galdren, and on Flo, and on Farryn.
Galdren, Flo, and Farryn? Got it.
Yes.
Galdren, Flo, Farryn.
And then I will move behind Galdren.
They shine with the light of Mytheria.
Alright, and then I'm going to martial check.
Okay, what would you like to know?
Give me... What if you're wrong?
What if you're wrong does this. Whenever an enemy would be denied an action of any kind, that creature takes 40 bludgeoning damage. Whenever this creature gains a point of regret, this creature automatically critically hits on its next attack. This does not stack.
Okay. That's what I got.
You don't want to shoot it? It doesn't help to get rid of it if you hit.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have bonus action attacks, don't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I will also Light Spirit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That...
Hit.
A critical hit! Oh, gosh.
Okay, that attack is negated.
Nice, and then the second bolt of it goes...
That'll hit.
AC's 21.
That will deal no damage.
Alright, I will Apotheosis the exposure from that one. Cool. Okay, that'll do me. That'll do no damage.
Farryn.
Okay. Do you want me to even try to roll a martial check, guys?
Yeah, because you can still get AC, HP,
I could also fail.
AR.
Resistances and immunities.
Well, she already has a regret that cannot stack, so it doesn't matter if you fail or not.
Oh, well,
No, you misunderstand.
Hold up.
The effect of the negation does not stack.
Does not stack.
Regret can.
Okay.
So,
That
would
just
you like
got
to
used up by Ginny of the damage
Correct.
negation.
let's do HP. HP sound good?
Yes.
Sure, let's do HP.
Crushing Guilt has 300 hit points.
Okay. Okay.
Not as bad as the fucking siege engine with 750.
Yeah, you know.
You want to do a second martial check?
I don't know, man.
Or you could chastise something.
Chastise something?
Well, chastise is just a bonus action, so I can do that anyway. But, yeah, we'll spend it on a second martial check. Why not? Hey, look at that.
What would you like to know?
What was... Do we want to know attributes, like stats, or do we want to know something else?
You get its
Does she have
defensive
equipment?
stats.
Would you rather know equipment
Yes.
versus
We
stats?
would. I'd rather know what is keeping us from doing damage to it, because I just blasted it, and so did Galdren.
That would be under equipment.
That's under equipment.
That would be equipment. Okay.
Well then.
Alright, then I agree with Flo.
Equipment, please.
Okay. This creature has the following equipment. Its attacks are Love, Hate, and Crushing Guilt. Its defensive equipment is Body of Stone. What would you like to identify?
Body of Stone, please.
Okay. Body of Stone. I'll have to read this off. It's pretty complex. Body of Stone, AC of 22 base. It has magical AR of 30, but it is brittle. This creature loses 1 AR for each regret it has. This creature loses 1 AC for every 2 regret this creature has. The current AR of this creature is 28. Or 27.
Okay.
So it needs to stack regret to lose.
We would let it stack regret to make it easier to damage, but having more regret is probably a bad thing.
Well, obviously.
So
Okay.
it was 1 AR per regret and 2 AC per regret?
No. It loses 1 AR for each regret that it has. This creature loses 1 AC for every 2 regret it has. So armor class goes down by 1 for every 2 regret.
Okay.
Well, there's the kicker. that's the big thing. Just as a side note, getting into combat, I noticed that my AR is 2 out of 5, but I'm not sure why. I haven't been hit in like the last 2 fights.
Then set it to where it should be. It's fine.
Okay. I didn't want to cheat.
You're fine.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to back up just a little. The edge of the token counts as where she is, right?
Click on her.
This square.
Yeah, that's her edge.
This square? Okay. So I'm going to back up to there, probably 30 feet away.
That's fair.
Whoop. And we're going to try and chastise because, yep. So, roll please.
What are you chastising? You didn't say.
No, I didn't, because I don't think I can just turn off regret. Would you rather I
it would be
turn
the
off...
ability.
Yes. Would you rather I turn off if you fail, or would you rather I turn off
turn off what if you fail, because that's a
That's
attack
a
roll, saving throw. Like that's pretty
that's
crazy.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're going to try for what if you fail. Well,
I would say like her gaining regret isn't like too terrible. It's dealing with.
We don't know that yet.
Well, we do kind of know it's bad because whenever this creature gains a point of regret, it can automatically critically hit on its next attack. There are built-in, like, whenever it gains, it does cool things.
Yeah, so I would say turn off the ability that's using the regret as opposed to the thing that gains it, because when it gains regret, it loses AC and AR.
That's kind of a good point.
That's true. That's true.
So
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
hits in, yeah.
yeah, and stopping the automatic crit.
Keeping it from critting Galdren instantly.
Right. Okay. I don't. What was that one called? Please remember.
What if you're wrong?
What if you're wrong?
Okay. I'd like to try and turn off what if you're wrong.
DC 18. Wisdom saving throw.
Please don't have wisdom.
The creature will fail the save on purpose.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well.
it gains regret.
Creature will gain 1 regret.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Interesting.
But its ability is locked out, so
But
that
it
helps.
At least
somewhat.
you can't critically hit.
Pros and cons. Pros and cons.
True,
We gotta move on.
Yep.
AC went down by 1 because now it's 2 regret, right?
Right.
Should be at 3?
For favorite foe, I doubt it, but I'll need to ask: is this an aberration or fiend?
It is not.
Okay, I didn't think so, but it's martial check.
What would you like to know?
Do you guys want resistances, or do you want to know the cost of love and hate?
Get abilities.
Whatever
now that we
you
know
want.
that.
Abilities, yeah.
Yeah, abilities.
Because the low one, I think the last one we need is cost of love and hate. So let me get Arcadum. Can I get the cost of love and hate, please?
The cost of love and hate. Whenever a creature takes damage from both love and hate, that creature gains vulnerability to all damage for 1 round. Whenever a creature would be defeated, this creature may attack with Crushing Regret as a triggered action. Or Crushing Guilt. Sorry. I should say Crushing Guilt. That's a typo.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's really good. Bad for us, but what a cool ability.
I'm trying to think whether or not it'd be useful to just use Shield of Faith for this because of the crits and shit.
Well, it has to hit to crit. I think.
Yeah, I think.
Is that the case, Arcadum, or does that automatically hit as a crit? Like the hit goes through for how it's.
Well, that
how
effect
it's
isn't
written?
active.
Okay.
That was chastised. But it means that if I hit you, it's a crit. That's what that means.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so it has to hit you first to get the critical.
Then I will use first Shield of Faith, and I will bonus action Hunter's Mark the creature.
Okay.
And take a step back. And that is my turn.
One moment. Okay.
Trying to find it. I don't know where the hell it is.
What are you trying to find?
Oh, there's. Oh, it says Hunter's Instinct. That's why. I roll that only when I hit it, right? Or do I just roll it now?
Yeah. Yeah, you just roll it when you hit it.
Okay.
You can
just mark.
Put it up there saying that you marked it. That's fine.
Yeah. Thought it was a D8.
Sorry, I gotta track a lot of notes here.
No, that's all good.
Alright. Crushing Guild will raise up her hands. Stones and rocks and earth begin to float up all around her. And then, as they take their place in the sky, will rain down on everyone. I need everyone to make me a DC 18 Dexterity saving throw. This effect has Crush 20.
Oof. Use my inspiration on that.
On which one? A bunch of people failed.
On mine. I have a lot of stuff writing on my Constitution save. Ah, dang it!
Did you give that to Flo earlier though?
No, we took it back because people could.
Yeah, you guys overrode it.
Oh yeah.
I have a question though. Is this a magical effect?
Negative. This is a physical effect.
How unfortunate.
That's a rock.
It could be thrown by magic.
Alright, how many people failed?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ginny, Flo, and Galdren.
3.
Oh, Ginny rolled twice, that's why.
Yeah.
Ginny, Flo, and Galdren.
Alright, time for the bad news. So the failures were Ginny, Galdren, Flo. Those three.
Those
three.
Okay. Correct.
So first we're going to deal the damage. That's 19. Crush 20. If you made the save, you don't take any damage. So take that damage if you took it.
Okay.
Okay. Has everyone taken their damage?
Yep.
How was it again, sorry?
Oh, it was 19.
19 crush 20. It's bludgeoning damage. Physical.
That ticks down my armor rating 1.
So I take half of that because I'm raging, correct?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright. So, you will notice that each of you that fail, the regret that you generate automatically is transformed into stones that float around crushing guilt. She will point out her hand towards Farryn. Farryn, make me 3 dexterity saving throws.
Oh, gosh. And of course, these are physical as well, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, lovely.
Good thing you're a rogue and are good at dex, right?
Let's hope
Sure.
so. That's 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 1.
That's
Yeah.
2.
Nice.
Ooh.
That fails.
3.
Do you want to take my inspiration to reroll that?
I only rolled a 3, so maybe.
Roll a 3.
Yeah, you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Take the inspo.
take the inspiration and dodge.
Okay. Thank you. I rolled one.
Oh my god, she rolled a 3 again.
Anything else?
I don't think I have anything for
So
that.
be it. Take 18 points of physical damage, crush 20. As you fail that save, you will see the rocks burst through you, reform in the crushing guilt's hand as she points it at you again.
I haven't really ever had to deal with crushing before.
I just think
Twenty is-
your AR doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Just take 18
So-
damage.
It damages your AR, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, so all I have to do is take 18 damage, and
Take
that's
eight-
it. And
take
just
eight-
minus my
Yep,
AR
take-
by.
By 1.
Okay.
And then make me a second dex saving throw.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Okay. Well.
That will fail.
Uh-huh.
Please take 23 points of physical damage. The regret that you would form reforms into stones back into the crushing guilt's hand as she fires another one at Farryn. Dexterity saving throw. Okay, that will fail.
Transpo. Please.
What's
You're gonna
happening?
die. You're gonna die.
What? I don't... What do you want?
Take re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, that will
Price
pass.
of life, thank God. My spell's gone, but that's fine.
That will pass.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Combo is done. Updating notes. Adjusting. Okay.
It's a current regret counter.
1.
Oh, okay. So it uses the regret to just punish
And
somebody.
then I will do my Constitution save to see if I keep the bless. Hooray!
Okay. That'll do for the crushing guilts. Alright, unfortunately we are at time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So that's where I'm gonna call it. Good session, guys.
Woo! Good session.
Yep.
Great. We get to
Oh,
deal with
oh.
female Marlowe. Awesome.
Oh, baby.
Marlowe's wife.
Also, quick question.
Yeah.
Since its regret went down to 1, does the AC that it lost previously for being at 2 go back, so it's back up to full AC?
Correct.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Ping pong. We're gonna go back and forth. with
And
it.
does its AR do the same?
Negative.
Oh,
Oh, I mean,
So what's,
the AR that it lost from the regret, yeah.
okay, so what's its current AR?
Current AR is 28.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I think fully kitted
Nice.
out, it's like 30.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
baby.
What does brittle mean? It just takes double the AR. we
No,
normally
brittle means that it loses AR whenever it's hit, even if it doesn't take damage.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so like Galdren's first hit, where he was like 15, you dealt no damage. That still reduced the AR by 1.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty.
But once it gets to like 20, it's very manageable.
Alright, that'll be it for that. Let me check some fan art.
I don't think we have much.
Oh shit. Is that Ginny with a sword?
I doodled a Ginny with a sword while Mythos was thinking
Were
about his
you
questions.
doodling?
I was doodling.
Were you
Doodling
drawing?
during session.
I was. Listen.
Did I
These
just
hands
catch you
move.
doodling?
Hands
Oh,
don't
you put
stop.
the little flower thing in your hair.
Oh
did.
shit, look at that. Look at that doodle.
Yeah,
That's,
hand
So
flowers.
cute.
that's very cool.
You've got the flower in the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Alrighty, good stuff, guys. I do got to get going. I got a game to prep for, and I've got another meeting I have to go to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for playing, players. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for the awesome session.
Thank you.